Okay, I put link in the chat, and that's it. We can. It's live.
Okay. We're live, everybody. This is it. Okay, guys, so welcome everybody to our poetry event, poetry festival, poetry thing, gathering, meeting, call it whatever you feel like. I would like to welcome you all in this chat room, in this poetry room, and I would like to thank you, first of all, for being here today, for take a little of your time to share your poetry with us, share your poetry with the rest of the world, and to make a little easier on us, on everybody in these difficult times when we have to stay home. But, you know, if we have to stay home, our poetry does not have to stay home. So we have to send it to the world and to make everybody enjoying it. Okay, so this meeting here starts from here, from Macedonia today, from Veles, from the birth town of one of the greatest Macedonian poets, Costa Razin. So I would like to start this today meeting with one of his greatest poems, my favorite one. It's called Tatuncho, and I will try to read it on Macedonian language. So if someone don't understand, just enjoy in the music. Tatuncho, Nabana. Не ме колни, не ме жали. Не ми ни жени за клетви. Камен тежок живот ми е, а потежок позив пусти по народни думи свети. Ако куќа не направив со високи шимшир порти, куќа цел свет братски ми е, братски срце што отвара. Срце порта највисока, срце куќа најширока. Ако жена не донесов ѓул трендав ил водаја, верна, добра, млада, љуба, не ме колни, не ме жали. Во борбата другарката сонце сјае, сонце трепти. Ако млади си години, по друмишта, по патишта, младост горка распосејав, угледни ми право во очи. Ти ли беше што пееше ајду ти, мајка не рани, иако не умрам дома. Туку кај што стии пиштат, в борба, искри кај што лштат, блазе речи на душата. Има зошто душа да е. Thank you very much.
Bravo.
Yes, thank you. So, thank you everybody. So now I would like to start the official part, the official list of the participants for today's meeting. And the first participant is our great friend of Macedonia, one great poet, Mr. Justo Jorge Padron. He's here today, and I would like to say just a few words. One moment, please. Okay. So I would read first a few things about him. I would read it in Macedonian, and then I would
Ya empiezo a hablar.
Él te va a presentar primero.
yes, and then I will ask Mr. Padron to read his poem. Okay, so Justo Jorge Padron е роден во 1943 година во Лас Палмас, во Гран Канарија на Канарските острови во Шпанија. И завршува своите студии по право, филозофија и книжевност на Универзитетот во Барселона, продолжувајќи ги понатаму истите во Париз, Стокхолм и Осло. По 8-годишното работење како адвокат во својот роден град, целосно се посветува на поезијата. Тој е генерален секретар на шпанскиот пен клуб од 1983 до 1993 година, основач и главен уредник на меѓународното повеќејазично списание за поезија Еквиваленцијас од 1982 до 1994 година и директор на меѓународниот фестивал за поезија во Лас Палмас де Гран Канарија од 1992 до 2002 година. Беше председател и организатор на 6-тиот светски конгрес на поетите што се одржа во Мадрид во 1982 година. Висенте Александре го назначи да ја прими неговата Нобелова награда за литература во 1977 година и да го представува на сите свечености подготвени во негова чест. Тој е несомнено шпански поет со најголемо меѓународно признание во последните децении. Неговата поезија е преведена на 50 јазици, а објавени му се стотина книги на странски јазици. Добитник е на многобројни меѓународни награди и признанија, меѓу кои ги истакнуваме меѓународната награда на Шведската академија во 1972 година, наградата Меѓународен бар на Меѓународното здружение на современи поети во Мелбурн, Австралија во 1981 година, меѓународната награда на Мадрас, Индија во 1982 година, Златниот медал на кинеската култура во 1983 и Европската награда за книжевност во 1986 година, големата меѓународна награда за литература на Софија во Бугарија во 1988 година, двократен добитник на наградата Нова Македонија за најдобра песна на Струшките вечери на поезијата од Скопје во 1989 и 2002 година, Златниот венец на Струшките вечери на поезијата во Македонија 1990 година, меѓународната награда Блес Сендрар во Швейцарија во 1994 година, меѓународната награда на Никита Станеско, Романија, 1996 година, меѓународната награда на градот Трст, Италија, во 1999 година, меѓународната награда Леопорд Центар Сенгор во Дакар, Сенегал, 2003 година, наградата на 9-тиот меѓународен сајм на книгата во Лима, Перу, 2004 година, наградата Златно класија на меѓународниот поетски фестивал во Торин, во Перу, се извинувам, 2008 година, меѓународната награда Екземплум на Универзитетот во Сантијаго де Чиле во 2010 година, Златниот медал Блажа Конески кој доделува Ману, Скопје во 2012 година, големата награда на меѓународниот поетски фестивал во Истанбул, Турција во 2013 година, потоа големата награда Михај Минеску во Крајова, Романија, 2013 година, меѓународната награда Европска пролет на поетите во Молдавија, 2016 година и уште многу други награди кои би сакал да кои треба да се прочитаат, не заради времето ќе ги прескокнеме, ќе отидеме директно на неговите дела, на стихозбирките. И тоа се Темните огнови од 71 година, Морето на ноќта од 73 година, Круговите на пеколот од 76-та, Бреза во пламен од 78-та, Потеснита од 79-та, Посетата на морето од 84-та, Даровите на земјата од 84-та, Умира се раката од 89-та година, Лицето што ги слушам 89-та, Сејат на омразата од 93-та, Изворот на присуството од 94-та, Оазата на еден космос 94-та, потоа Напишано врз водата од 96-та, Шум на кошмарот од 96-та, Морници од 99-та, Огнот во дијамантот од 2000-та, Шумата неми 2000-та, Семеен пламен 2000-та, Траги во зградата од 2000-та година, Елегија за Хусто Хорке Агиар од 2002 година, Хесперида, епопеја за Канарските острови 2005-та, Хесперида 2 од 2008-та, Уметноста на песната од 2015-та, Сега ова е Витрувило во 2016. Кога јоргованите повторно ги процветаат во 2018. Хесперида 3 во 2019. Ликот на пламенот 2019 и необјавената песна која се подготвува е песни на Клео. Навистина една обемна биографија. This is a really huge biography and really excellent work of one man, one poet. So enough talking about the poet. Let's hear the poet himself. Mr. Padron, you're on.
Bueno, empieza.
Hola, queridos amigos de la poesía de todo el mundo. Os doy las gracias por haberme invitado a leer un poema de mi obra. Yo soy un español que vive en Madrid desde hace casi 50 años
Ya lo han leído.
y me siento muy feliz de leer este poema especialmente para el área eslava de la antigua Yugoslavia, país en el que me siento muy integrado porque allí me casé con una macedonia y últimamente le he dedicado un libro de 100 poemas con los 45 años de nuestra relación. Así que empiezo a leer este poema que se llama La mano que te escribe. La mano que te escribe es el primer poema que abre este nuevo libro inédito mío que va a salir muy pronto en Estocolmo. La mano que te escribe. No son fechas ni historias las horas que abrazamos, ni siquiera un puñado de palabras o de imágenes o bandada de imágenes en el aire elocuente. Desde mi frente salta el caudal de tu nombre, y en aquella agua inmóvil que te mira desde el pasado, vives siempre igual a ti misma, sin que los años puedan calcinarte. Esbozo tu perfil de nieve, signos que el invierno me dicta con su verdad severa. Risa blanca, abedules, lenta fascinación, tiempo sin tiempo, días en la noche, sol que regresa a su ontanar de aromas junto al fuego domado del refugio. El mundo se diluye en tu mirada, la página que quiere conservarte desde una eternidad que duele y queda. Solo muere la mano que te escribe. Gracias.
Wonderful. Wonderful indeed. And now I ask my lovely wife, Sandra Neshwa is here with us today to read the poem in English language. Sandra, here we go.
The hand that writes you. They are not history, dates, the hours we embrace, not even a handful of words, or flocks of images in eloquent air. From my forehead springs your name's flow, and in that still water staring at you from the past, you live always just as you are, unburnt by the years. I sketch your snowy profiles, signs dictated to me by winter with its bleak truth. White laughter, birch's slow fascination, time without time, days in night, sun going back to its wellspring of aromas beside the cabin's tamed fire. The world dissolves in your gaze, the page longing to keep you in an eternity that aches and stays. Only the hand that writes you dies.
Okay, thank you, Sandra. And now we go with our second participant from Bosnia, Majda Zukić-Ribić. Majda,
Tu sam, jel me se
E.
čuje?
ok, da, može.
Ovako, ja ću, Igore, jel me ti samo čuješ i odnosno svi?
Da, čujem.
Sve na bosanskom. Šta sad?
Ok.
Dobro, ko šta onda razumije, pjesma je teška, a hoćeš li ti što ću ja biografiju, ćeš samo prevesti na engleski, evo ja ću par rečenica, hoćeš tako?
Da, ja sam pisao svima vama da se predstavite sa nekoliko reči.
A da, ja
kažeš
ću
nešto.
par riječi o sebi, a ti prevedi na engleski, pa dok ja ne počnem predstavati, može?
Kako?
Da ja o sebi kažem nešto, a ti prevedi na engleski moju biografiju.
Ok, probat ću, da.
Hoćemo oko simultano.
Može, da.
Ajde, ok. Sad. Dakle, zovem se Majda Zukić-Ribić i profesorca bosanskog jezika i književnosti iz Tuzle iz Bosne i Hercegovine.
Okay, her name is Majda Zukić-Ribić, professor of Bosnian language, right? And she's from Tuzla, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Da, radim u Tuzli u srednjoj muzičkoj školi.
She's working in Tuzla in music school.
Napisala sam i objavila sam 2 zbirke poezije.
She has written 2 poetry books so far. There's still time. Yep.
Prva
Yeah.
zove se Rimovanje bića.
The first one is called the rhyming of the person.
Da.
Okay.
I druga monolog Tišinhane, ali ne znam kako će se prevesti.
The second one is monologue of the silence.
Nešto kao tako.
Okay.
Da.
Something like that.
Izvedenica je jedna. I član sam umjetničke grupe svjetske koja zove Lucido.
She's a member of art group. I didn't catch the name.
Lucido.
Lucido? Cool.
Da.
Cool name. Okay.
I sad ću pročitati pjesmu da ne da mi više oko toga. Pročitat ću pjesmu, ona je na mome bosanskom jeziku, ali eto ti sam možeš reći da si mi napisala da svaka riječ počinje istim slovom, u ovom slučaju slovo S.
Okay, so the important thing of this poem is that every next verse starts with letter S.
Yes.
Okay.
I zove se Sunčane strune.
Sunčane strune, yeah. Okay.
Svjetlost i sjajna, suncem obasjana. Sijaš li sekunde svake u simbiozi srca spojenih sistemom samohranih usamljenika, što stihom svoje suze sahranjuju i stare staze snovima sreći sakrivaju. Strmom stijenom strmoglavljeno, strujom snažne sane, slutnje stare stavljaš li u stege, smarajući sumnje stvorene samoću. Strune sazdanog sevdahom, sakri u seharu srebrom sačinjenu, staklenu snagu sumrakom skupljanju, smaragdnom sabljom sasjeci, cvilenom sred seđde me skroji i smiraj svetinjom sačini. Hvala. To je to.
Very nice song. Okay.
Bravo.
So, yep.
Razumjelo.
Yes, of course. So now we go with our next participant, Tatev Chakian from Armenia. Are you here?
Yes, hello.
Okay, hello. Can you say a few words about yourself, what you have published so far, and then we can hear your song?
Sure, I hope you can hear me properly.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, fine. So, Zdravo, hello. It's
Hello.
really nice to see so many new faces, because sometimes seems that this poetry world is really small and all of us know each other, but all of a sudden you see so many new people and wow. So Igor, thank you for this evening, for organizing this reading, because one of the things we really miss in this lockdown probably is actually this atmosphere, yeah, meeting and reading and listening to each other. Well, my name is Tatev Chakian. I am Poland-based Armenian poet. My profession, yeah, and my background actually is a bit different, a bit far from poetry and literature. It's international relations and diplomacy, and also I'm working in that area. Yeah. Except writing poetry, I also translate poetry from Polish into Armenian. Yeah. So I don't want to tire you with my biography. Instead, I invite you to my website, tatevchakian.com. Yeah. There you can find translations in more than 10 languages. Okay, fine. I have chosen a poem which is actually in this book, this is an anthology which got published in 2018 in Macedonia in the Frames Struga Poetry Festival. Yeah. First I will read the poem in Armenian, then I will read the English translation. Okay. The poem is called My Comfort Zone. Ես 6 լեզու գիտեմ, 6-ն էլ թերի։ Այսինքն զրույցների կեսը ենթադրում եմ, կարդացածիս կեսը հորինում, եւ այս անվերջ մենախոսությունը երջանկության իմ երաշխիքն է։ Ցանկացած գիրք կարող է ուզածից պես վերջանալ։ Չհասկացած բանաստեղծություն թարգմանելը շոյում է քիմքս, ինչպես ճոխ հյուրասիրություն տանտիրոջից։ Օտարագիր ցուցանակները ճամփեքին պաշտպանում են ազատ տեղաշարժից, իսկ ավելի հաճախ կորելու սիրավունքը։ Ես միշտ ունեմ լուր համաձայնելու եւ ժպտալու արտոնությունը։ Ես միշտ ունեմ չհասկանալու, բայց դարձյալ ժպտալու ընտրությունը։ Չիմանալը մեղմացուցիչ հանգամանք չէ, բայց քանի որ իմացածս 6 լեզու է, 6-ն էլ թերի, ուրեմն ես միշտ ունեմ հանգամանքները մեղմացնելու բացառությունը։ So this is how Armenian language sounds. Okay, now let me read the English translation. It's translated by me. My comfort zone. I know 6 languages, all of them imperfectly. It means I make up half of the conversations. I build up half of what I read. And this endless monologue is the guarantee of my happiness. Any book may end up in the way I want. I love in between languages and free my lovers from the trouble of whispering into my ear compound romantic subordinate clauses. Let me imagine behind the silence. Translating misunderstood poems touches my soft palate like the hospitality of a householder. Road signs in foreign languages protect my freedom of movement, but more often give me the right to get lost. I always have the privilege to agree silently and smile. I always have the choice not to understand, but keep smiling. Not knowing is not a mitigating factor, but as all I know is 6 languages, all of them imperfectly, I always have the advantage of mitigating the factors. That's all. Thank you.
That is excellent. Really, my wife is a translator and she said bravo. So it means that
Thank you.
Yeah. it sounds really good. Okay. So thank you, Tatev. And we go to Ivan Christov from Bulgaria and his song Poetry Room. Ivan, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, just
I'm,
introduce yourself first. Say a few things about yourself.
Yes, my name is Ivan Christov. I'm from a poet from Bulgaria. I'm the author of 4 poetry books published in Bulgaria and 4 poetry books published abroad in Turkey, in Romania, in France, and in Slovakia. And I'm also a co-organizer of the poetry festival Sofia Poetics here in Sofia, and also co-organizer of the poetry workshop Sofia Metaphors also here in Sofia. It's my first Zoom poetry reading, so I'm very excited. I'm gonna read a poem, short poem. The idea about this poem came. I have visited the famous bookstore in San Francisco called City White's bookstore, and this is the bookstore where the beat movement in the American literature started. And I have visited this bookstore, and there they have a separate room which is called poetry room. And because we are also in a poetry room, some kind of poetry room, now I decided to read this poem. And first I'm gonna read it in Bulgarian. Poetry room. Книжарница City Lights, Сан Франциско, на Силвия Чолева. Всички ние стоим в тази мрачна и леко задушна Poetry Room, стая за поезия. Мълчим и чакаме. Кога ли някой от нас ще си излезе? This poem is dedicated to the Bulgarian poetess Sylvia Choleva. Poetry Room, City White's bookstore, San Francisco, for Sylvia Choleva. And we are all standing in that dingy and slightly stuffy poetry room. We are silent, waiting to see whether any of us will leave. The translation is made by Angela Rodel. Thank you very much for your attention. Happy to meet you. Happy to see you. Take care. Be healthy.
Thank you, Ivan. So we continue further, and next one is Michael Rothenberg from United States. Michael, are you here? Yes.
Here I am.
Okay. Hello. So please introduce yourself, say a few words about your work, about who you are, and then please read your poems.
Well, I'm here in Tallahassee, Florida, United States, where I live, and I'm the Florida State University poet in residence, the library. And I lived in San Francisco for the last 40 years, moved here recently. And in 2011, I was co-founded 100,000 Poets for Change, which is a peace, justice, and sustainability group of poets and artists. And you've had events in Macedonia from the beginning 10 years ago. We have nearly 500 events around the world that take place each year in the last Saturday of September. And so that's what I do. I write poetry and organize 100,000 Poets for Change. I have 2 poems that I wrote they're from a book called Walking on Air, which I wrote for my son. When the news came in and I didn't know what to say, poetry saved me. When I wrote it down and put it in an envelope and drew a heart on the envelope and addressed it to you, my son, and covered the envelope with the good things I could remember we did together. Fishing for bass in Lake Jackson, mountain biking in the Pyrenees, snorkeling in the Keys, pizza at Steve's. You were too young to watch Donnie Darko, but I didn't know what it was about, and we watched, and you laughed about it later, how inappropriate it was. And riding over the Oregon dunes, and when I put that envelope in your casket and sent your body into the flames, poetry saved me. That thing I wrote down, that prayer I put in the envelope that went with you, I think it was poetry. It must have been, for whenever I have been speechless, poetry saved me. When my head felt like it would explode with memories, good and bad, and my chest swelled full of tears and I couldn't breathe and I thought I was going to vomit and didn't know where to run, poetry saved me. When my friends wrote to me and asked how I was doing, was I all right? And I couldn't explain in ordinary words, though the pieces of what I felt lived somewhere in an ordinary way. And when those words were scattered and torn and burned and screaming for context, syntax, bruised, so I didn't know how to answer, poetry saved me. When I learned more about your life after your death than I knew when you were alive, and you were my child, and I thought I should have known everything about you, or much more about you. And the things I found out made me scream through the house until my vocal cords were hopeless and raw. Poetry saved me. When I found out from your friends, the ones you didn't drive away with your bad manners, your inappropriate and unsociable outbursts, the friends who saw your larceny as good fun, as nothing malicious, the ones who told me you never meant to hurt anyone, even though you did, that because you didn't know what you were doing, because your heart was gold, that the mess you left behind was okay. When I heard that, poetry saved me. When I realized it would do no good to judge you, that you suffered for years and we could not save you, poetry saved me. You were isolated and poetry saved me. You were confused and poetry saved me. When I felt guilt and shame, poetry saved me. When you called me on Father's Day for the first time without prodding from your mother, and it was 9 a.m. here and 6 a.m. there, which meant you hadn't been to sleep. And I knew it might be because you were loaded up on methadone. And you said, see, I can call you on Father's Day without mom telling me what to do. And I thanked you and didn't ask you if you were high. And I told you how happy I was you called and how good it made me feel and how much I loved you. Maybe that was poetry. We spoke for a little while about stocks and bonds, about reading the newspaper and going back to school, and then exchanged telephone hugs and kisses and said goodbye. We never spoke again after that. And now when I need to talk to you, and I'm reaching out for a body gone to the molten stars, I wonder how I can cope. I am not sure I do. But I know that once upon a time, before my heart broke for good, poetry saved me. And then this is the last poem. God should fix a broken world, if there is such a thing as God. So many cruel and bloody pieces, the center does not hold. My mother used to say God is an underachiever, but I would guess God is blessed with attention deficit disorder. He or she too easily confused by the tasks of administration. God should fix a broken world, but everyone is in the temple now, converting dollars to pesos, tossing dice, and all the gods, the one and many, are too pissed off by wrong and right. Nothing will ever get done. Oh gods and goddesses of the world, unite. Forget your spite. You've got a job to do. You've spread yourselves too thin to make things right. Gods should work together day and night so a child will never fall again through the cracks of life. Any supreme being worth their weight in angels should heal us of addiction, feed the poor, shelter the homeless, cure us of disease and bloodlust, stop the bombings, dissolve the paradigm of master and slave, repair the obvious things, deliver the children from torture, and never ever let them claw the walls until their hearts are broken. God should fix a broken world and not lead us into a nightmare of fire and ice so we can prove our faith. Hand us trials and tribulations. What kind of God is this? A narcissist. Put an end to hate. Make a better humankind if you're so great. We have witnessed enough. God should fix a broken world or step aside for the little boys and girls, if there is a God. This God of pride has shown us the worst. Step aside and let us see the possibilities. Let us see what an unencumbered human being is capable of, free of heaven and hell. Thank you.
Great
Thank you.
poem, Michael. Thank you for participating today.
Thank
We
you
really
for having
appreciate
me.
it. Yeah, really
Thank you.
appreciate it. So our next participant is coming from Japan. She's called Marika Shivagi. Mari, can you hear me? Yeah, unmute. Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hello. Hi. I'm so happy to be here with you. Thank you all. Well, my name is Mari Kashiwagi. I'm in Tokyo, Japan. I have published 3 collections of poems and 1 book of lyrics for the children's song. And tonight I'd like to read some very, very short poems of my upcoming new book that will be published in this summer, and that it's called Butterfly. And I'm gonna read them in Japanese first and then in English. Here we go. 蝶。まだいない蝶たちを春が抱えている。空の中に蝶の賢さ。蝶、重力の忘れがたみ。思うに蝶が羽を休める。蝶となる。異境になる。深い谷を越えながら、蝶は自分を谷ではないかと思う。空が虹に生まれ変わるという蝶。見えないもののための 見えない橋である蝶。まだいない春を蝶たちは抱きしめている。And then English translation, this is translated by Takako Lento. Butterfly. Spring cradles. Butterflies not yet here. In the air, butterfly, a wondrous wisdom. Butterfly, life, gravity lovingly left behind. Butterfly rests her wings on thinking. To become a butterfly, to become another homeland. Flying across a deep valley, butterfly comes to wonder if she is the valley. Sky's reincarnation as a rainbow, butterfly. Butterfly is an invisible bridge for the invisible. Butterflies are lovingly hugging. Spring, not yet here. Thank you. Arigato. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you too. It was excellent. I really like the sound, how the Japanese language sounds. It's really poetic and everything. So thank you, Murray, for everything. And I hope we can have opportunity again to hang out and to read poetry in a room like this. So from Japan, we go to India. I would like to call Sonat Mondal. Are you here, Sonat?
Yeah. Hi, Igor.
Okay, hello. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Yeah, can you please introduce yourself a little bit? Tell us something about you.
This is Sonat Mondal from India. I primarily write poems and occasional non-fiction and direct couple of festivals in my city back in West Bengal in India. And during this time of lockdown and crisis, I have been writing quite a few poems, amongst which I would be reading today a poem named Pandemic Symphony. So without wasting any further time, I would like to go directly to the poem. Pandemic Symphony. The windswept mirages of April are starving the city memories. Occasionally, they simmer to bathe in the nor'westers. The balconies and windows of my house bring in impulses, sounds of TV serials, some news debates, a distant music, a raucous quarrel, a mixed smell of dinner. Inside, the snoring of my dog plays with the tireless creaking of the ceiling fan. A pen scratches on paper, while the songs of insects try to lift the mist settling lazily over the city. On the horizon, permeating the night, a symphony of the quiet. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonat. It was nice hearing you and seeing you. Thank you for your poem. And we go next to Valerio Orlich. Are you here, Valerio? Can you unmute yourself? Unmute.
Je?
Okay.
Halo, čujemo se. Pozdrav.
Okay,
Hello. Evo, kratko samo dvije riječi iz poet iz Hrvatske, from Rijeka. Mogu krenuti s pjesmom ili?
Možda, reci nam nešto o sebi, koliko
Pa kaži,
napisano.
Pa evo, 20 zbirki pjesama, jednu knjigu kritika objavljenih, jedno 10-ak svjetskih nagrada od poznatih, Homer 2018. Evropska u Briselu i Karamanovi, evo, prošle godine 2019. Ovo drugo je u Bugarskoj za princa poezije Ratko, jedan bugarski pjesnik. Evo, čast mi je da sam dobio i tu nagradu. A ima dosta još, evo, i u Srbiji sam dobio isto Apollo nagradu, pa ima ih, evo, da ne nabrajam, dosta.
Predsjednik Hrvatskog književnog društva?
Da, eto, osnivač tako nekih manifestacija, festivala i puno toga. Evo, drago mi je da sam večeras ovdje s vama i da recitirati pjesmu.
Okay. Ti ćeš pročitati to na hrvatski, a Sandra zatim će to pročitati na engleskom, tako?
Može, da.
Okay, super.
Duša. Rukama me ne možeš obgrliti, poput zraka sam. Navikni se na to, ne postojim, nema me. Skrivam se u tijelu anđela, u utrobi zemlje, u zagrljaju neba. Izazivam sreću i uzdižem se iznad sagorjele vatre i svemoćnog pepela. Oklop svoj tjelesni predajem savršenom obliku, moja je dimenzija duša. Hvala lijepo. Thank you.
The soul. Your arms cannot embrace me. I'm like air. Get used to it. I don't exist. There is no me. I hide in my body of an angel, in the bowels of the earth, in heaven's embrace. I invoke fortune and rise above burned fires and almighty dust. I surrender my body armor to the form of perfection. My dimension is the soul. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sandra.
Hvala, Sandra. Thank you.
Okay, we go further, and this time I call Marcio André de Souza Haas from Brazil. Marcio, are you here?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, of course. I can hear you. Can you introduce yourself a little bit, and then you can read your poem, and after that, Sandra will read in English.
Okay, my name is Marcio André de Souza Haas. I'm from Brazil, but I'm living in Hungary for 7 years, in Budapest. So I'd like to thank you, Igor and Sandra, for the invitation. And it's actually so cool to see how so many familiar faces here, new faces, and so honorable poets. So thank you very much. So I read it. Basically, I'm a poet, novelist, but mainly nowadays a film director. I work with movies here in Budapest. And well, if you, I think it's better if you check my webpage. I think like some of my colleagues, so souzahas.com. So I think it's easier because my work is more visual. So I read a poem. I read a poem in Portuguese. Obrigado, Senhor, por estar do nosso lado. Obrigado, Senhor, por aniquilar nossos inimigos. Obrigado, Senhor, por disseminar o ódio e a devastação entre os que merecem. Por limpar a terra com o genocídio necessário dos que nos odeiam. por lustrar o chão da sala com a cera dos miolos dos maus pensamentos, por amansar toda uma raça e fazer a raça amansada amansar outras raças, por privar do sono quem nos tira o sono. Obrigado, Senhor, por assar com gilete o pão de quem nos rouba a comida, por nos ofertar a brutalidade como entretenimento, por não matar tão rapidamente, por viver-secar ao som de declarações de amor, por tornar o homicídio um ato criativo, por nos dar prazer ao infligir a dor. Obrigado, Senhor, por não molestar somente o corpo, mas também o espírito, por buscar o espírito dentro da cabeça e apagá-lo com amoníaco, por trincar os ossos até restar um pó fino que possamos cheirar, por arrancar vísceras com os dentes, por arrancar dentes com o martelo para nos proteger. Obrigado, Senhor, por liquidificar a mão de futuros assassinos quando ainda são inocentes, por injetar cimento na artéria de quem respira o ar que é nosso, por violar as mães e as esposas dos violadores, por amputar o tampo facial dos feios e dos sujos, por transplantar para bons homens os órgãos de criminosos ainda vivos, por gotejar ácido nítrico nos olhos dos que nos olham torto, por decepar o globo ocular dos que não nos olham, por calcificar a língua dos que nos amaldiçoam, por dar a chance de nos masturbar sobre o cadáver do adversário. Obrigado, Senhor, por criar máquinas que exterminam humanamente, por levar a miséria a quem não nos cai bem, por levar a bactéria a quem nos inveja, por criar a vingança, por nos ensinar a generosidade interessada como alternativa à indiferença, por humilhar quem não nos entende, por dar utilidade aos corpos processados e fermentados inúteis, por estuprar a alma daqueles cujos corpos são também inúteis, por não nos deixar saber quando assassinam por nós, por amputar os braços de quem não queremos abraçar, por gestar fetos disformes na barriga das mulheres que não amamos. Obrigado por inserir agulhas em brasa pela uretra até o escroto de quem cobiça nossas mulheres, por transladar países com sofrimento, por amar o vilão para que podemos armá-lo sem culpa, para nos dar motivos para odiar, por fazer da política a arte da arrogância, por purificar nosso coração com o distanciamento conveniente. Obrigado, Senhor, por não sermos a bola da vez. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Marcio. And Sandra, you're on.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for being by our side, for annihilating our enemies, for spreading hatred and devastation among the ones who deserve it, for cleaning the land with the necessary genocide of those who hate us, for polishing the living room floor with the wax made with the brains of evil thoughts, for taming an entire race and making this tamed breed taming other races, for depriving from sleeping the ones who take away our sleep, for baking with a razor blade the bread of the ones who steal our food, for offering us the brutality as entertainment, for not killing so rapidly, for vivisecting under declarations of love, for turning murder into a creative act, for giving us pleasure by inflicting the pain, for not molesting only the body but also the spirit, for seeking the spirit within the head and erasing it with ammonia, for cracking the bones until it becomes a fine powder we can snort it, for plucking viscera with the teeth, for pulling teeth with a hammer to protect us, for liquefying blender the hand of the future murderers when they are still innocents, for injecting cement into the artery of those who breathe the air that is ours, for violating the mothers and the wives of the violators, for amputating the top face of the ugly and dirty ones, for transplanting to the good men the organs of the criminals still alive, for dripping nitric acid in the eyes of those who look crooked at us, for cutting off the eyeball of those who don't look in the eyes, for calcifying the tongue of those who curse us, for giving us the chance to masturbate over the corpse of our opponent, for creating machines that exterminate humanely, for bringing misery to those who do not suit us, for bringing bacteria to whom envy us, for creating the revenge, for teaching us the interested generosity as an alternative to indifference, for humiliating those who do not understand us, for giving utility to the processed and fermented bodies of useless people, for raping the souls of those whose bodies are also useless, for not letting us know when they murder in our cause, for amputating the arms of those who we do not want to embrace, for gestating deformed fetuses in the belly of the women we do not love, for inserting red-hot needles into the urethras of those who covet our women, for relocating countries with pain, for arming the villain so we can eliminate him with no guilt, for giving us reasons to hate, for making politics the art of arrogance, for purifying our heart through the convenient distance, for not being our turn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Sandra. And now we go further with our next participant. It's Tom Edward Phillips from Great Britain. Tom, are you here? I cannot see you.
I am. Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It's
I see you
better.
now.
I'm not in
Right.
Britain actually.
Oh, yes.
Hi. Yeah, I am actually in Sofia in Bulgaria.
Great.
And that's too long a story to explain. Hello, Ivan. And yes, I'm a poet and writer of various kinds, and I thought tonight, having actually been part of Ivan Christov's Sofia Metaphor project in September last year, I'm going to read a little trilogy of poems which I wrote during that, which is was a project at Zhensky Bazaar in Sofia. So this is a little trilogy. Don't worry, it's not like the Divine Comedy. It doesn't go on for a long time. It's quite a short trilogy. A crossing point. We come in or out here, overhearing agreements or questions being asked in sunlight patches, chiaroscuro. Here at the gateway to a single market, a common market, a geometry of trade and exchange. Dealing in such abstractions cannot be sustained when against them we place things more solid, boxes, onions, grapes. And these seeds on display stacked like sand-filled souvenirs, mimicking time's grainy strata. What deals are struck here, what practicalities, and if only for moments lived cross currents intersect. This is the second poem, it's called A Gathering Point. Pigeons eyeball each other while they drink or bathe in dust and water. They are at rest until minor tremors in their territories disrupt their ad hoc hierarchy. Above them in another world, we practice our rituals, our strategies of deferment, a reassuring conversation, an uneasy reflection. The day is almost halfway through. As each comes to drink at the fountain, they can't not reveal some part of themselves, whether they bend to the faucet to drink, fill an empty coffee cup, or try to gather the flow in their open palms. And finally, monument. As far as I recall, we made it to here 6 years ago, but the stalls were empty that time. Only now it's 12:53 on a Thursday in another September, and even the tomatoes are catching the light as if they're trying to prove they might be regarded as beautiful too. And because it's lunchtime, there are different bargains to be struck between hours of work or not work, and circumspection gives way to a sense of purpose, and purpose gives way to circumspection. How cities move within themselves eludes chaos theory and flows among fixtures we've placed to pin it down. Church, school, monument. Thank you very much. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Thank you for participating in this gathering, in this poetry reading.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
Okay,
Thank you.
it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. So we go further. I would like to call Angelka Korčulanić from Croatia. Angelka.
I'm here.
Hello.
Hello. Hello to everybody. I want to say to all of you, stay at home and write poems. My name is Angelka Korčulanić. I live in Split. I write for kids and for adults. I have 5 published books and 1 novel, unpublished yet. I will read 1 poem with the title Born for Love, but I will read on Croatian language. Rođena za ljubav. Usnama i sna noćas me preni, u sobi natopao mošu svonja. Na moju vatru ti vatrom kreni, posadi me na krilata konja. Svilene uzde u ruke mi stavi, u međuzvijezdani dalek prostor, nasmiješen vabi mjesec plavi. Maglica tajnom oslikava zastor. Na meku ležaju zvaću te svojim, tu ćemo ispreplesti tijela. Predaćeš se, nimalo ne dvojim, u meni baklja sagorjeće cijela. Opeklina takvih ja se ne bojim, za ljubav rođena sam, za nju postojim. Hvala.
Bravo, bravo Anđelka. Izvrsno. Super, hvala Anđelka.
Molim.
And we go further with our next participant. She's coming from Switzerland and her name is Lucila Capazzo. Lucila, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you, Igor. Thank you, everybody.
Nice background, by the way.
Thank you. I'm originally Italian and I live in Switzerland. My background is in literature, cinema, theater, art, and I try to put everything together into my art normally. Well, as for poetry, I translate, and at the moment I published 3 books. 1 for Marie, it's haikus. So I'm going to read a poem from my first book, Ossidiana. Fermo immagine. Scende Libeccio, intriso di rena, sulla città di rosso vestita. Lontano un treno soffia un saluto, il tempo fermato, scomposto, dilata l'asfalto e il pensiero strappato. Il giallo è fuggito di là dalla nebbia, lasciando le cose a cercare valenza, di ontos che rotola e scorre. Una sedia, in essenza una sedia, anche in foto su muro. Una rosa è pur sempre una rosa, se in testa ne trattengo le fattezze. Nesso costante è l'idea, sinapsi formante, nient'altro. Alla fermata dell'autobus, un vecchio seduto fuma la pipa e aspetta forse che scenda la sera, o forse soltanto il suo tram. I read it in English. It has been translated by George Wallace. Still frame. The Libeccio descends upon the red-dressed city, drenched with sand. Far away, a train is blowing its greetings. In this field of fog, time stops. The mind goes gray as asphalt. The vision expands as it fragments, rolling and flowing along, obscuring the yellow of the fields, leaving all things to search for the valence of their being. A chair is essentially a chair, also in a picture on a wall. A rose is still a rose, if in the head I retain its features. Constant nexus is the idea, shaping synapses, nothing else. At the bus stop, An old man is sitting and smoking a pipe. He's waiting for evening to come, perhaps, or just for his tram. Hvala.
Great. Great. Thank you, Lucilla. Wonderful poem, I have to say. So we go further with our 13th participant. Her name is Iskra Peneva, and she's from Serbia, and her origins are from my town, from Veles. Yes. So I would like to welcome Iskra and to invite her to read her poem. Oh, but first, can you say a little bit about yourself?
Hello to everybody, to the participants, and for those who are watching us now. So I should introduce myself in a few words. I'm a mathematician. I have 4 poetry books published. I'm a translator. I'm translating from Macedonian to Serbian and vice versa. Sometimes I translate from English, Russian, Slovenian. Member of Association of Writers of Serbia and of Journalists of Serbia. So I would like to read my poem, Odlazak želja, which is from my last book on Serbian and English. Odlazak želja. Živim na železničkoj stanici. Sa svakim polaskom voza jedna moja želja otputuje u svet. U nekom novom gradu, na nekoj stanici izlazi. Leti nad građevinama. Pod oblacima osmatra i raste. A kada dovoljno naraste, ispuni se jedna želja daleko od mene. And now in English. Wishes leaving. I live at a railroad station. With each train departure, one of my wishes travels out into the world. In a new town, at a station, it gets off, flies above the buildings, under the clouds, observes and grows. When it grows big enough, one wish comes true, far away from me. Thank you.
Well done, Iskra. Thank you very much for your participation. And now we go back to India. I would like to call Mamta Sagar. Can you hear us? Oh yeah, hello.
Hi, Igor.
Hello.
Thanks for inviting me here. And thank you all. This is a beautiful gathering. And we need more poems and more gathering under the lockdown. So I'm Mamta Sagar. I live in southern part of India. I live in a city called Bengaluru. And the language spoken here is Kannada. I am a poet writing in Kannada. I'm a translator in and out. I translate, I'm a playwright, I'm a poet. I also teach creative writing in a design school. These are some of my books. This is a bilingual thing. This is the first book. This is the second one. Then comes, this is from a project. And this again is a poetry book. And this is book of essays. So, yes. Now I will now read my poem, one poem in Kannada first. This is my language. And then read the translation in English. ಶಿಸ್ತು ಬೇಕೆ ಕವಿತೆಗೆ, ಶಬ್ದದ ಕಾಲಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥದ ಮುಳ್ಳು, ಕುಂಟೋ ಶಬ್ದ ಕುಣಿಯೋ ಅರ್ಥ, ಅಸ್ತವ್ಯಸ್ತ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಸ್ತು ಬೇಕೆ ಕವಿತೆಗೆ, ಶಬ್ದ ಶಬ್ದ ತತ್ತರಿಸುವಾಗ ತೊದಲುವಾಗ ತಡೆ ತಡೆದು ನುಡಿವಾಗ ಅರ್ಥ ಹೊತ್ತ ಮಾತ ಮೈ ತೂರಾಡುತ್ತದೆ, ಎಡವಿ ತಡವರಿಸಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತದೆ. ಕವಿತೆಯೋ ಕವಿತೆಯೋ ಶಬ್ದದ ಅರ್ಥದ ಹಂಗು, ಕವಿತೆಯೋ ಶಬ್ದದ ಅರ್ಥದ ಹಂಗು ತೊರೆದು ಶಬ್ದಾರ್ಥವ ಮೀರಿ ಮೋಹಕ್ಕೆ ವಶವಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಹೆಕ್ಕಿದ ಪದಗಳು ಚೆಲ್ಲಾಪಿಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಟ್ಟುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಕವಿತೆ ಕೈಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿ. ಮೋಹ 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 ಮತ್ತಿನ್ನೇನು, ಮೋಹಿಸಿದಷ್ಟು ಮತ್ತಷ್ಟು ಗುಣ ಮಾಡಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಮೋಹ ಮೋಹಿಸಿದಷ್ಟು ಮತ್ತಷ್ಟು ಗುಣ ಮಾಡಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಕಡಿವಾಣಗಳ ಕಳಚುತ್ತ ಸಂಕೋಲೆಗಳ ಸೀಳುತ್ತ ಪದ 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 ಮುನ್ನಡೆದ ಹಾಗೆ ಚೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹೂಬಿಟ್ಟ ಪದಗಳು ಕೈತುಂಬ ಮೈತುಂಬ ಕವಿತೆ ಕಟ್ಟುವ ನಶೆ, ಕವಿತೆ ಕಟ್ಟುವ ನಶೆ. ಸಾಲುಗಳು ಒಂದರ ಹಿಂದೊಂದು ತೂರಾಡುತ್ತ ತಾರಾಡುತ್ತ ಅಮಲೇರಿ ಶಬ್ದ ಶಬ್ದ ಶಬ್ದದ ಅರ್ಥದ ಮೋಹದ ಮೆಲುಕು ಹಾಕುತ್ತಿರುವಾಗ ಶಿಸ್ತು ಬೇಕೆ ಕವಿತೆಗೆ? ಅಸ್ತವ್ಯಸ್ತ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಸ್ತು ಬೇಕೆ ಕವಿತೆಗೆ? This poem is translated by a dear friend and a translator, Maitreyi Karnoor. Does a poem need order? Words feet, the words feet by meaning limps, and the meaning prances madly in this chaotic world. Does a poem need order? As the word stutters and stammers, as the word stutters and stammers and speaks hastingly, speaks hesitatingly, speech clad in meaning throws its weight around. But the poem, but the poem, but the poem. But the poem unbridles to the high horses of the meaning, stumbles on nonetheless. The poem, unbridled to the high horse of meaning, stumbles on the nonetheless and is imprisoned by the passion of that which transcends meaning. When words picked up carefully, splattered and scattered, and the nebulous poem floats out of reach, what else can this passion be? The more impassioned the word, the more it sins, shrugging of bridles, splitting fretters, as word after word walk ahead. Flowers bloom up from where they fall, and the whole body is filled with the intoxication of stringing them together into a poem. As line after line, swinging and swaying drunkenly, ruminating over words, meanings, and passion, does the poem need order in this chaotic world? Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Mamta.
Thank you. Namaste.
Yes, thank you again. And we go to our next participant, Florentina Loredana Dalian from Romania. Florentina, can you hear me? Can you unmute yourself?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Now it's okay?
Yes, yes, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I am Florentina Loredana Dalian from Romania. I live in Slobozia, a city twinned with Velez, Macedonia. I'm a chemical engineer and I like thinking. I'm a writer too. I have published 10 books, 6 of short prose, 2 of poetry, and 2 novels. I'm very happy to be here and to celebrate together the poetry, thanks to Igor. This evening I will read first in Romanian, after that in English, the poem Ora Stingerii, Lights Out, from my book called Domnișoara Nimeni, Miss Nobody, published in 2017. The translation in English was made by Horia Cocoș and supervised by my son, Florin Danilă. Ora Stingerii. Mă uit la mine ca la un televizor alb-negru. Văd cum îmi trec oameni prin viață, cum pleacă din mine, fără priviri înapoi. Așa, dragilor, grăbiți-vă, cărați-vă până la capătul lumii, unde mama zmeilor vă duceți cu toții și cât de departe de inima aceasta credeți că o să ajungeți. Aveți grijă să nu vă uitați pălăria, mănușile, năravurile, umbrela și neapărat puneți-vă 2 fulare la gât. Înfofoliților, înzorzonaților, dacă tot plecați, plecați mai repede, mai credibil, mai ireversibil. Închideți poarta, trântiți-o tare, cu zgomot, cu aplomb. Dacă tot plecați, faceți-o măcar temeinic și definitiv. Nu-mi lăsați regrete siropoase, promisiuni de revedere la Sfântul așteaptă. Luați-vă mărunțișul de viață prin buzunare și duceți-vă învârtindu-vă. Ce aveți? De ce șovăiți? Hai mai repede, e ora stingerii sentimentelor second hand. Cine are nevoie de jumătățile voastre de iubire, de jumătățile voastre de trădare? Valea, când zic, eu mai rămân în acest aprilie incomod, să vă număr pașii apăsați pe inima, să nu-mi scrieți toate cuvintele omenirii, nu fac nici cât o singură plecare. And now in English, Lights Out. I watch myself like watching TV, black and white. I see people fleeting through my life, leaving me without turning their heads back. Right, so my dear ones, hurry up, rush to the end of the world. Where the dickens are you all going, and how far of this heart you think you'll make it? Make sure you won't forget the hat, the gloves, the vices, the umbrella, and without fail wrap 2 comforters around your neck. You, the bundled up ones, you, the tinseled ones, if you are going away, make it happen faster, more credible, more irreversible. Close the gate, slam shut it loudly, confidently. If you are going away, make it happen soundly and irrevocably. Don't leave behind corny regrets, longings, promises of seeing each other again when pigs fly. Take your life's small change in your pockets and good riddance. What's the matter with you? Why are you faltering? Hurry up. The lights go out over second-hand feelings. Who needs your halves of love, your halves of betrayal? Beat it when I say I still linger on this tendious April to count your heavy footfalls on the heart. Do not write to me. All the words of mankind are worthless than a single departure. Thank you.
Thank you, Florentina, for your wonderful poem. And the last participant from the first block is our friend from Serbia, Nemanja Rota. Nemanja, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Mogu da te čujem.
Can you introduce yourself a little bit and then can tell us your poem?
Okay. Hello, everybody. It's nice to be here. I will tell you something about me. I am a novelist, poet, and essayist. I majored Serbian language with South Slavic languages at the Faculty of Theology in Belgrade. I published a book of poems, The Beginning of a Dream, storybook, Writer's Catalog, book of essays, The Vortex of Loneliness, and a book, Shadows and Smoke, a book of critical texts, and several novels. Dragon's Awakening, The Balkan Guardians, The Last Night on Levant, Intolerance, The Last Romans, and Tomorrow After Childhood. I received a scholarship by the Borislav Pekic Fund for the synopsis of the novel Intolerance. I live in Pančevo. It's a town near Belgrade, the capital of Serbia. I will read you one of poem from my novel Last Night on Levant. Naravno, pročitat ću na srpskom, pošto nemam prevod, izvinjavam se, ali nadam se da ćete čuti barem melodiju jezika, oni koji ne razumiju srpski. Sakrio sam se ispod bolničke postelje, među mrtvom obućom, napuštenim kamenjem, uplašenim biljem. Lebdim, ne usuđujući se da živim u stvarnosti zlokobnih boruština što huče i bruje u mraku. Oblačim košulju od zelenih mrava dok mi telo postaje reka. Neko prolazi mojom lobanjom. Neko će se udaviti u moje aorti. Neko će zasaditi izgorelu ružu u mojim grudima. 1000 ljudi je odabralo da i moja duša bude dom. Postao sam pas koji glođe stare snove. Ko se još usuđuje da izabere sebe za trajno mesto boravka? Da bismo bili mi, izgubili smo pravo da znamo ko smo. Ljudski rod je večno program iz ljudskog roda. Toliko smo prozirni da nam je blistavi horizont prolazio kroz bela grla. Toliko ćutljivi da nismo u stanju da izgovorimo najjednostavnije reči. Toliko sleđeni da smo poneli štapove za dušu kako ne bi nemoćno posrnula. Toliko usamljeni da nam se glava sama otkotrlja niz padinu. O sramoto, o časti, već smo samo zemlja uspavana kao dremljivi bivo između dve večnosti. U svakom biću neko drugo biće niče, u svakoj duši pronalazim izdanak nove duše. Ne tvrdim da postojim, ja sam oko bez zenica, pluća bez bronhija, srce iz koga ističu posljednje kapi suve krvi. I ništa više ne ostaje za mnom, osim nepovezanih reči koje prljaju tišinu. To je to. Hvala vam.
Hvala Nemanja na izvanrednom odlomku koji si nam pročitao. Stvarno je, zaista je poetski, iako si meni rekao da je ovo roman, tako?
Jeste, to je odlomak iz romana, ali s obzirom da je taj junak koji se obraća u romanu, koji je narator, on je pesnik. Inače, roman je o padu Carigrada 1453. godine i jedan pesnik priča, on je učesnik te odbrane, on je Vizantinac i inače je pesnik i opisuje to jednim vrlo modernim poetskim govorom, iako se obraća iz perspektive od nekoliko vekova udaljene od naše, ali to i jeste bio trik u romanu poetski.
Super.
Poetički.
A tvoja kamera je isključena, je li to namerno ili?
Ja ne znam, da, nisam provalio ovde kako se uključuje kamera.
Aha, okej.
Ali, eto, izvini, molim te.
Nisam mogao da to vidim. Okej. Hvala na ono što si učestvovao danas i...
Hvala tebi,
nadam da se
hvala tebi.
vidimo sledeći put.
Hvala tebi što si me pozvao još jednom.
Bilo mi je
Thank
zadovoljstvo.
you, thank you for inviting me here. Okay.
Mi idemo dalje. Napravit ćemo, we are continuing further with a short break, musical break from poetry, and our friend from Croatia called Josip Pranic will play some music for us.
Dobro večer svima, good evening, buonasera a tutti amici. Osvirat ću jednu pjesmu za nas što smo malo retro.
He will sing a song for all of us that are a bit retro.
Brkaju se misli, sjedite vrijeme, godine stiš, jedno jutro pozdrave te sjede. Izađeš fanova djeca u bircu, izađeš fanova djeca u bircu. Mnogi prijatelji ovdje više nisu, neki još traže nekakav sen, neki su život spašili u tren. Te ostaješ sam i promatraš svijet kako mijenja se bez tebe. Ma što da tražiš više kad želje smo mnoge prežalili. Tvojim putom, tvoj grad, puti su davno žele zarasli. Al srce ih dalje žudi, al srce ih dalje viče, hoću dalje, hoću dalje. Dok piše istana, tu pjesmu za sve što su malo retro, tu pjesmu za sve što su malo retro. Što da tražiš više kad želje smo mnoge prežalili. Kojim putom, koji grad, puti su tamo, se ne zarasli. Al srce im dalje žudi, al srce im dalje viče, hoću dalje, hoću dalje. Dok piše ispada, tu pjesmu za sve što su malo rekao. Tu pjesmu za sve što su malo rekao.
Well done, well done.
Hvala
Bravo.
lijepo, ja mogu samo reći jednu stvar, zahvaljujem gospođi Stojičevskoj koja mi je prevela 3 pjesme na makedonski i objavljene su u časopisu Sovremenost. Hvala.
Super, super. Hvala i vama, Josipe. A sad, now we continue further with our next participant. He's coming from Russia, and his name is Vladimir Alexandrovich Baboshin.
Dobro večer svima.
Zdravo, dobro večer.
Čuješ mene?
Da, da, da.
Я буду говорить по-русски. Я из Санкт-Петербурга, президент Союза творческого поэтов, который называется «Свежий взгляд». Мы издаем вот такой журнал. Это вот очередной его номер, который называется «Невская формула». У журнала есть сайт, потом напишу его, этот сайт в чате. Милости просим на странице. Я не являюсь профессиональным писателем или поэтом. Я служил в армии, и сейчас работаю в военной академии, преподаю информатику, математику, другие дисциплины. Вот. А стихи писать, переводить начал, ну, не знаю, как все, наверное. Хотя с самого детства ручку в руках держу. Я прочитаю несколько стихотворений своих, которые, ну, не знаю, понравятся вам или нет. Это стихотворение называется «Женщине». Не выдержит ни одна дамба эмоций такого шквала, и сразу сгорят вода от такого высокого напряжения. Невозможно сейчас осознать все, что ты мне сказала, даже слов не осталось и мыслей, одни выражения чувств, что кипят в подсознании и рвутся наружу, а в душе воспаленной несбыточность мысли тасует. Чтобы справиться с ними, мольберт простыни очень нужен, на котором влечение картины любви нарисует. В этом стихотворении есть перевод на сербский. Прочитать? Слышишь меня? Ты слышишь меня?
Да, Владимир.
Добро. Женя. Налет емоція неєднобранна іздержати нече. І одмах će pregorjeti licna od velikog. Spoznati sve što si mi sad pričala, pravje umeće. Čak i reči zaustavljene u mislima, izraz bez spona. Kazati osjećanje što kipi iz podsvesti ščupano u vreloj glavi sve nemoguće misli izmišati. Sve нужно da se postavi štafelaj, paleta i platno, da bih naklon i sliku ljubavi mogao naslikati. To, hvala vama.
Bravo, bravo, Vladimire.
Ja,
Izvrsno,
ja,
izvrstan srpski imate.
hvala, hvala.
Da.
Ja sam prevodim sa srpskog, njemačkog, danskog, engleskog, šta još? Pa srpskog.
Odlično, odlično, bravo, bravo, Vladimir. Čast mi je da sam vas upoznao.
Hvala, danje.
Do viđenja. Okay, we go further with our next participant. She's coming from Italy and her name is Sabrina Decanio, sorry.
Yes. Hi, I wanted to thank you a lot, Igor, for this invitation to this really amazing moment of unity. While all of us are separated for this pandemic, we can make it even stronger, the voice of poetry and the voice of poets. So my name, yes, is Sabrina Decanio, and I'm not only a poet, I have also the honor to be the co-director of the Piccolo Museo della Poesia. So that is my main occupation, even if I'm also a teacher of Italian literature. But the museum was founded in 2014, founded by Massimo Silvotti, and now the Little Museum of Poetry of Piacenza in Italy, as I said many times in the last days, is the only museum of poetry in Italy, in Europe, and who knows, perhaps in the world. So all of us are volunteer working there since the 2014. And I want to tell you that the idea of the museum is a little bit different from the normal museum, because a museum usually is defined a place where items of value are kept, but that is not the priority of the museum, in the sense that we have a lot of precious things, but the idea to put the poetry in a museum is because we want to declare the preciousness of poetry. And we like to say, I like to say that the poetry has no purpose. La poesia non serve, but it's necessary. It's necessary, like love, friendship, those kinds of feelings which make our life important. So all of the activities of the museum that we manage have the purpose of bringing poetry closer to people, so closer in the street. In other words, letting poetry out of the museum in order to people to engage with it, and not only between us. Activity are many, presentation of books, authors. I manage cultural events. We did it 3 times, a very long one, 27 hours, no stop all day long, so all night long. It was something incredible. Local, national, and school activities, cooperation with artists, because we are also art gallery, so I manage also this contamination between arts, and we collaborate with dancers and musicians, actors, and whatever. As a director of the new international section of the museum, I hope to keep in touch with all of you, because I want to invite you for a visit in the new home of the museum, which is amazing because it's Baroque church of the 17th century. And so in the next opening, as soon as this emergency we allow it, we'll open it, and you all are invited. 2 words about Contagiamoci di Poesia, because I want to invite all of the people today, all of the poets here. Is that event promoted by the Piccolo Museo della Poesia in these days, to create a net of solidarity between poets and people who really loves poetry. of any part of the world, to break barriers, to reach everyone, even if he's very isolated now, sick, lonely, everybody. If you want to join us, so you just post a video and you read your favorite poem. You can do it many times till the end of the emergency, but don't forget the hashtag Contagiamoci di Poesia. Last but not least, I want to mention the Manifesto of Realismo Terminale, because the famous poet Guido Oldani is one of the most famous poets of Italy, is the president of our scientific committee. And in this manifesto, signed also by the Professor Giuseppe Langella of University of Milan, he expressed his new poetic and the poetic of new avant-garde. I don't explain much, but I have to say it because me, myself, I belong to this movement of Realismo Terminale with all my poems. So my poems were read in many festivals, at the radio, are in few anthologies, literary magazine. Some are translated abroad in Poland recently, and in Bosnia, after I got the first prize in the festival organized by Emir Sokolovic in the Feather of Zivodrag Zivkovic. So actually, it's going to be printed, a new bilingual book of my poetry in the next weeks. So the poem I'm going to read now in Italian, and I also translated in English, but I did it myself. I don't know if it would be very nice. Anyway, I try. The title is Sguardo interrotto, is Look Interrupted. Before in Italian, Sguardo interrotto. Non vi è maggior patimento che sguardo interrotto da parete, che fa corto il nostro esistere. Tumula gli affetti con cemento armato e sbarre, corto, senza intimità, come lama di coltello affondata nel ventre dell'amato. Puzza di sangue e non di fiori d'arancio e cioccolato. Solo la notte, a volte, ci copre tutti con la sua coperta. Ok, try in English. Look interrupted. There isn't any deeper suffering than a look interrupted by a war which makes short our existence, burdens filling with reinforced concrete and prison bars, short without intimacy, as a knife blade sunk in the lover's bowels. It smells of blood, not of orange flowers and chocolate. The night only sometime cover with its blanket all of us. Grazie.
Thank you, Sabrina. Wonderful poem. And you shared a lot of information with us. I really appreciate that. And I will try to send you a video of poem to support your cause.
Wow, thank you very much, Igor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you too. So we go further with our next participant. His name is Aryan Kalca, and he's coming from Albania. Aryan, can you hear me? Aryan? I think he was here somewhere. I'm seeing him here. Aryan, do you hear me? Can you unmute yourself? I cannot hear you. Okay, now try.
Good evening from Albania.
Hey, hello.
I am fine, and you?
Great. We have a great night tonight.
Thank you very much for your invitation.
Poets.
I am very happy.
It was a pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
My
meet you
name
too.
is Arian Caltro. I am teacher of Italian language. I live in Corcia. I have published 25 books, poetry, prose, and translation. My poem is New Day. I can in Albanian language. Can you read in English, please?
Can you read it first in
Albanian
Albanian?
language.
Yeah, and I will read it later.
Okay. Dita e re. Përsëri dita e re lindi. Ashtu si ndodhi dje. Si ndodhi edhe pardje. Dyshimet s'përbëjnë më asnjë alibi të pranueshme për përmbysjen e pritshmërive. E ndërsa e sotmja në fund kësaj dite shpejt do të perëndoj, e davaritur dhe pa lënë gjurmë, të tjerat ti fort të mirë e di, sado që ikën çuditshëm bashkë me kohën që lan pas, kur s'kan për të perënduar. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Arian. And now I'll call Sandra to read your poem, New Day, in English language.
Thank you very much.
New Day. Okay, I will read it.
I will try to, just a second, I'm trying to find it. Am I using my phone? Yes.
Nah.
A new day, okay, yeah, thank you.
Unmute yourself.
I think I am.
No.
Okay. A new day. A new day is born the same as yesterday and the day before. Doubts are no longer acceptable alibis to reverse the expectations. And while this new day is on its way to the end, leaving no traces behind, you know very well that the past days, although they are all gone together with the time we left behind, will always be a part of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you. Thank
Arian,
you very
great,
much.
great poem, Arian.
Oh, thank you.
I really like it.
My book in 4 languages now and in Spanish.
Spanish?
Language.
In Spanish.
The Song of Spring.
Song of Spring. Great.
Thank
Thank you,
you very
Arian. It was nice knowing you. It was nice hearing your poetry. And now I would like to go further with our friend, poet from Germany, Gordana Pirel Zenilagic. Gordana, da li se čujemo? I've noticed, yes. Molim vas samo, unmutajte se. Tako.
Dobro večer.
Dobro večer.
Dobro večer.
Kako ste?
Čast mi je zadovoljstvo da sam ovdje večeras sa vama i mnogo od srca hvala. Rekla bih samo nešto. Ein Mensch ist so reich, so viel, wie viel Sprache kennt. Čovjek je bogat toliko koliko poznaje jezika. Meni je vrlo žao što zaista nisam razumjela, dosta engleski ne govorim i žao mi je, zaista mi je žao. Ali to je prilika da se nauči.
Da, tako je.
Zenilagić Pirel Gordana, rođena sam u Sarajevu, završila sam višu tekstilnu školu, prvi stepen sociologije na Fakultetu političkih nauka. Pišem ljubavnu, duhovnu, poeziju za djecu i prozu. Objavljivala sam u časopisima, mnogobrojnim i zajedničkim zbirkama, zbornicima i antologijama. Svoje radove sam objavila u preko 100 zajedničkih zbornika i antologija, od kojih bi mogla izdvojiti 2 posebno drage antologije. Prva u svijetu antologija Facebook pjesnika koja je izdata u Zagrebu i antologija svjetske literature koja je izdata u Bugarskoj. Izdala sam samo jednu zbirku ljubavne poezije oštampana u Zagrebu, koja se zove Tebi s ljubavlju. Moj moto života je dajte vremena ljubavi, dajte vremena razgovoru i imajte vremena podijeliti vaše dragocjene misli sa drugima. Sarajevo ima dušu. Putujući svijetom upoznah ljepotu, blistaju gradovi svjetske metropole, ali niti u jednom ne osjetih toplotu, niti osjetih bliskost ko u Sarajevu. Samo jedan grad u srcu je mom, život i sjećanja za njega me vežu, prvi koraci, prvi usponi i padovi, uspomene vječne, bolnu dušu stežu. Miljacki šum u snove mi dođe, čuje se i ezan iz krasnih mahala. U Sarajevu spoznah ljepotu života, spoznala sam mir i uživala sreću. Zavoljeh sve tvoje vrline i mane, na ranjeno srce priviti te mogu. Melem i lijek za moju si dušu, u srcu si mi moj jedini grade. Poseban si grade, poseban u svemu, najljepši grade, s tobom se ponosim. Ostavio si trag mom životu i najjači sjaj. U Sarajevu živjeti život za dušu je raj. Jedno je jedino Sarajevo. Mein Gedicht auf Deutsch. Sarajevo hat eine Seele. Reisend um die Welt lernte ich die Schönheit kennen. Die Städte strahlen, Weltmetropolen, aber in keiner spürte ich die Wärme und fühlte die Nähe wie in Sarajevo. Nur ein Stadt ist in meinem Herzen. Das Leben und die Erinnerungen bindet mich an sie. Erste Schritte, erste Höhen und Tiefen, ewige Erinnerungen packen die Schmerzen der Seele. Das Räuschende der Miljacka kam in meine Träume. Der Esan, Gebetsruf, ist auch der schönen Mahalas zu hören. In Sarajevo erkannte ich die Schönheit, das Leben. Frieden erkannte ich und genoss das Glück. Ich lernte als deine Tugenden, Fehler zu leben. Als verwundete Herz kann ich dich binden. Balsam und Heilmittel bist du für meine Seele. Du bist meinem Herzen mein einziger Staat. Besonders bist du, etwas Besonderes in allem. Die schönste Stadt, auf die ich stolz bin. Du hast mein Leben geprägt und das stärkste Leuchten, das Leben in Sarajevo zu leben, ist für die Seele ein Paradies. Ein einziges Sarajevo. Hvala. Vielen Dank.
Es war eine Freude, Gedichte auf deutsche Sprache zu hören.
Auf Deutsch.
Auf Deutsch, ja.
Ja sam već rekla da je auf Deutsch.
Ja.
Viele Grüße für alle. Dankeschön.
Danke auch. So we continue further with our next participant, and he's coming from Slovenia. His name is Dragan Mucibavić. Dragane, vi ste na redu sad.
Tako, grlim vas sve. Možeš sumnjati da je nebo plavo, da svako jutro sviće. More da je slano, kiša da skvasi tabane, kafa da je i crna i gorka. U majčinu ljubav možeš sumnjati i u dječji plać. Da je u drvetu Bog možeš sumnjati. u sazvjeđu da stanuju zvijezde, da se Facebook piše sa 2 O. Da rijeke okreću turbine, pa u žicama drhti struja. Kroz dimljak da protiče dim što pada na usnule krovove tek probuđenih kuća. Da zemlja stvrdne kad se ispeče. Da su planine gore, a dole su mora. Da na tavanu nema bunar s pitkom vodom da utoliš žeđ. I u šporetu da zgori drvo, pa nestane plamen. Da tvoje oči mi svijetle jače od velegradske rasvjete. Učenici da peglaju klupe u školama što miršu na logor. U bolnicama da boli, pa se zato tako i zovu. Da doktori ne žive na vijeke i nisu uvijek svi zdravi. U kiselost divlje jabuke možeš sumnjati. U trpkost nezrele trnine i slatkost šećerne repe možeš sumnjati. U providnost stakla i čvrstoću čeličnog stuba kada u prolazu udariš glavom. Ali u moju ljubav zar možeš, princezo? Kad znaš da sve ljude volim i vjerujem u ljubav, pa sam zato donekle ostao sam. Zar stvarno možeš sumnjati? Hvala.
Bravo, bravo Dragane. Ova pesma me zaista podsjeća na Korčuli kad smo bili, prekrasno je izvodiš, tako da svaka čast.
Nemam pojma, svaki put budu drugčije, nikad ne govorim istu pjesmu, nemam pojma, nekad se izmiješa nešto. Jednostavno se igram, volim pisat, volim slušat, više volim slušat, znaš da sam uživo, sam baš slušajući. U stvari sam nešto na dobrom putu da prestanem pisat, jer sam skonto da mi je bolje čitati i slušati dobru poeziju nego pisat prosječnu.
Dobar si. Ok, hvala još jednom što si bio s nama. Ćao.
Ok, i vama hvala.
We continue further with our next participant, and her name is Anna Batiana. She's coming from Ukraine. Anna, can you hear me? Anna? I cannot see her, and she was here minutes before. Anna? Okay, I cannot see her. Okay, we go further with the next one, and his name is Ivan Spanic from Croatia. Ivane.
Zdravo.
Zdravo.
Hello, everybody. I
Hello.
hope you are well and doing what you can to stay well.
Yes, of course. Can you introduce yourself a little bit about yourself, about your poetry, about your work?
Yeah, okay. Well, my name is Ivan Spanic, and I come from a small village in Croatia, Otriseoci. I've only published one book of poetry, but my second is already completed and waiting publication. I am a proud member of Croatian Writers Associations, Union of various artists, Vlaho Bukovac from Split and Kultura Snova from Zagreb. I prepared a new poem for you tonight, which is called Hopeless. I don't have the Croatian translation, but I see most of our colleagues here understand English, so I will proceed with this poem. Hopeless. When I was a child, just an innocent small being, I was alive and I was wild without that hopeless feeling. The world is upside down. All is but shouldn't be. Everyone can see that now, or is it just me? Everybody knows like I do. Yes, ignorance is bliss, because no knowledge can undo what was and what is. I don't even want to think about things that will be. Deeper, much deeper, I would sink and the grief would kill me. I would just vanish away. I would die with open eyes. I would never see another day and nobody would see my demise. I felt it so many times. It was crawling under my skin. I flashed my shiniest smiles, but death never let me in. It wasn't always like this. It used to be I cried, looking into a great abyss, crying as if I have died. I am much stronger now. I follow a brighter path. When life brings me down, I just laugh. That's it. I can't change who I am. I was like this the whole time. Just a hopeless, hopeless man who suffers with a smile. Thank you.
Great. Wonderful poem, Ivana.
Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for participating and thank you for reading this wonderful poem in English.
Thank you, Igor, for inviting me. It's an honor to be among these great people. And I say hello to my dear friends, Angelka and Valerio. And Lucila, of course. Lucila. Eva Santini.
It's always nice.
Maria, Pranjo.
It's always nice to see wonderful people like this.
Yes.
Okay, I just speak with Anna from Ukraine, and she has a problem with her internet, so she cannot connect with us today. But she says hi to everybody, and we continue further with Alison Hedgecock from the United States / Canada with her poem "Time." Alison, do you hear me?
Yes, ciao. Can you hear me?
Yeah, of course. Hello.
Dobro večer. It's morning here. Aloha from Manoa.
Hello.
Vala for inviting me. Shout out to Maria and Pranjo as well. I am on Oahu in Hawaii for this semester in the Senator Dan and Maggie Inouye Distinguished Chair here as a visitor at University of Hawaii. I normally teach at the University of California in Riverside. Let's see, my 7th book of poems will be out next year. I also have a memoir out and have published 10 editions, anthology editions. My normal publisher for my poetry is Coffee House Press. I also have books with SALT in the UK, University of Arizona Press, University of Nebraska Press. That's probably enough about me. I want to bring to the conversation here my wishes for everyone's well-being and safety, and hoping everyone has some joy during this time as well. My heart is with you. And this is an elegy for my mother. It's called A Time. The problem is it's not been written yet. The omens, the headless owl, the bobcat struck, the red wolf where she could not be. None of it is done and yet it's over. There's nothing yet of night when she called me closer, asked me to bring her crow painting, to stay straight across from her feet so she could waken into it, remember her friend. Of old chief alongside her shoulder, still watching over her just as the mountain had done throughout her Alberta childhood. the Pendleton shroud bearing our braids, and her figure in the flaming pyre. The cards, the notes, the task of things undone, not done, and she with us, far away. As this has always been and ever will continue. We meet, we leave, we meld and vaporize from whatever it was that held us human in this life. And all the beautiful things that lead our thoughts and give us reason remain despite the leaving. And all I know is what you know. When it's over, said and done, there was a time, and there was never enough of it. Bala.
Wonderful, wonderful poem. Alison, thank you for joining us. I know it's difficult, it's morning there, so maybe we shorten your sleeping time. So sorry for that.
No, it's good, it's good. Thank you,
Great.
mahalo.
Okay. Yeah, it was a pleasure to having you here today. So we go further with our friend from France, Olivia Felix Hoffman. Olivia, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Yes, hello. How are you?
Fine, fine. Thanks for inviting me here.
It was a pleasure. Can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes, I'm a French poet and songwriter and anthropologist, but I'm from Alsace, this region near Germany and Switzerland. We have our own language and culture. It's Alsatian, very alike German language, but much more older than German. And I've published 6 CDs, you see them here, in folk music and world music, and over 6 poetry books, and over 40 anthologies with other poets and writers. And I like to compare musics and from all over the world and poetry. And my poem, Alsacia, is written in English, Alsatian, and French. It's not a translation, it's 3 variations over my land, my country, Alsace. Thanks. Country of mine, beautiful crossroad, once land of wars, invaders and strangers, home of humanism and freedom seekers, country of mine, on wanderer's road, Rhine like a shrine for precious nature, birthplace for Miss Liberty. Min Elsass, so heimisch und fremd, zärtlich, so krumm wie bucklig, Licht und Schatten in der Seel, Elsasser hebt in Landl fest am Bandel, zwischen mehrere Spuren bist geboren, heimischer Fremder, heimlicher Elsasser, verdammt und gewehe, groß offen. Porte d'entrée ou de sortie, l'Alsace te porte et rapporte, province provaincue, terre sacrée de tous les ravages, pleine de tous les carnages d'Europe, monts sacrés et consacrés, ville d'humanisme et d'art, folklore rouge et blanc, routes avinées en toponymie du sang versé à travers les âges. Lux Alsacia. Here comes the time of blue, here lies the chime of true, home of the more and of the lesser, region of the heart, land as a cry, like highway to the rail light, heavy and weightless, like the soul of my land in the palm of my hand. Vom Odiljebarri zur Michelsbarri, vom Saint-Louis bis zur Wissebury, zwischen Wald, Wasser, Weih und Barri, Vogese und Rheinmitte, wohnt mein Herz, verschwindt meiner Schwarz, wohnt mein Herz, verschwindt meiner Schmorz. L'écho du temps qui trépasse n'en finit pas de repasser par monts et par vaux. du passé au présent au futur, d'Alsace et d'ailleurs, nous sommes tous les Alsaciens, tous autochtones, sauvages, sages et autonomes. Alsatian Light, elsassisches Licht, lumière d'Alsace, Lux Alsacia. Thanks.
Great.
Hope you enjoyed.
It was a great experience for me to hear a poem in 3 languages, so it was incredible.
In my region, we use commonly the 3 languages. We are born in Alsatian, but we are French and we near German border. So we are open to many languages. Thanks to you.
It was great experience for me also, and it was nice knowing you. So yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
Thank you for participating today.
Thanks.
Yes, we continue with our next guest from Montenegro. I would like to invite Labud Lončar. Labude, da li me čuješ?
Čujem Igore, pozdrav tebi i
Super, zdravo.
prijateljima.
Možete se malo predstaviš i da pročitaš tvoju pesmu? Onda ću pozvat Sandru da pročita na engleski.
Mogu prije svega da vas pozdravim sve iz grada Bara, grada Stare Masline i grada na obali, 2 obale, na morskoj obali i na obali Skardarskog. Ja sam osnivač i predsjednik Međunarodnog udruženja književnih stvaralaca i umjetnika Nekazano iz Bara. Postojimo 3 godine i do sada smo objavili 48 knjiga. Što se tiče mog stvaralaštva, objavio sam 4 knjige poezije i 1 knjigu kratkih priča. Pokretač sam i festivala ljubavne poezije Pjesnik Svetionik, koji će se ove godine održati po 3. put, malo otežano zbog svih ovih situacija sa koronavirusom. I ovu priliku koristim da pozdravim gospodina Padrona, da mu čestitam nominaciju za Nobelovu nagradu i nadam se da će on sigurno dobiti tu nagradu. Sada ću vam pročitati pjesmu Ako prećutim pjesmu iz moje istoimene knjige poezije. Ako prećutim pjesmu dok gledam u tvoje oči, laste će se uspavati, skrivene pod tvojim pazuhom i ostaće zauvijek zarobljene na jugu. Ako prećutim pjesmu dok spavaš u mom naručju, onako snena i daleka, prestaće da cveta drijen i tvoje male ruke prestaće da zovu i vole. Ako prećutim pjesmu dok ljubim tvoje usne, ljubav će prestati da kapa sa strehe nade i čekanja i neće procvetati trešnje na ovoj oboli ćutnje. Ako prećutim pjesmu, laste će prestati da dolaze sa juga. Hvala.
Hvala i tebi, Labude. Now I have to invite Sandra to read the English translation of this poem. So Sandra.
If I keep silent a song. If I keep silent a song while I look into your eyes, swallows are going to sleep hidden under your armpit, and they will stay forever trapped in the south. If I keep silent a song while you are sleeping in my arms, so dreamy and distant, cornel will stop blossoming and your little hands will stop calling and loving. If I keep a song while I kiss your lips, love will stop dropping from the roof of hope and waiting, and cherries won't blossom on this shore of silence. If I keep silent a song, swallows will stop coming from the south. Thank you.
Hvala.
Thank you, Sandra.
Sandra.
It was a wonderful poem, I have to say. Wonderful translation. Before Labud supposed to read. What is that? Oh. Before Labud supposed to read our friend from Mongolia, Latif Namdakjan-Chivin. He's here with us actually. He's connected, but he have some problems with his camera, with his video. So he cannot read, and he said that he wishes you all well. He greets you all, but he cannot read his poem today, and that's why he apologizes to everybody about it. So we continue further with our next participant from Tunisia, Abdullah Ghasmi. I remember that he had some problems, that he's not here today. So we continue with Jacqueline Mikhailova from Australia.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course, Jacqueline.
Good morning from Down Under, from Australia. It's about 4:20 in the morning, Monday morning, actually, in Australia. I hope that everyone is well at home, and I'm really glad to be with everyone around the world, so I don't mind.
So we have call from the future, actually.
Actually, yes.
Cool.
I'm Macedonian Australian author. I lived 30 years in Australia. I promote Macedonian culture here. I've got 19 already published books, and I've got 6 with the publishers ready to go, plus. But unfortunately, with the coronavirus, I can't move anywhere. Australia is closed. It's not closed for poetry, though, so let's hear my poem first in Macedonian, my native one, and then in English. Razgovor vo molk. Samo pogledni me. Sve što je potrebno vo očite mi je zapišano. Molči i gledaj. Ne ubiduvaj se da me razbereš, ne kopaj po mi na to, ne možeš da me promeniš. Ne mi sudi, ne me kudi, ne mi veruvaj na zborovite. Pogled vo pogled, razgovor nem, a zrel. Raka na srce, vistina, nežnost, cel. Ostavi se, trgni nastrana i inaet i sueta, borbite, zo što ti se? Ostavi se, pogledni, ova je ljubov. Ljubov bez pobednik, ljubov bez pravila i grev. Sakaj me vakva, sakaj me dovek. Conversation in silence. Just look at me. All that is needed is in my eyes. Be silent and look. Do not try to understand me. Do not dig in the past. You cannot change me. Do not judge me. Do not tell me what to do. Do not believe my words. Just eye to eye, a wordless conversation, mellow, hand on heart, truth, gentleness, intent. Leave everything aside, the stubbornness and pride. Why is there a war? Leave everything aside and look. This is love. Love without a winner. Love without rules and sin. Love me as I am. Love me forever. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you for joining us today and to share your poetry with us in Macedonian and also in English.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah, it was our pleasure too. So we continue with our next participant from Macedonia, actually. His name is Mitko Gogov. Mitko, can you hear me? Mitko, da li se slušamo? Mitko Gogov.
Let me see.
Да. Камерата ти е изключена, ако сакаш да ја вклучиш. Да се видиме. Имаш 2 уреда изгледа, па има малку...
Значи не ми... Мале колко фон е. Оди на киху път.
Митко, исклучи еден уред само.
Единиот ми е изключен на мене. Значи, не го уклучувай Митко Гогов, туку Тихо Потро.
Кого?
Тихо Потро.
Аха, окей, исклучи си тогаш Митко Гогов. Мют направим само.
Мене Митко Гогов е исклучи.
Не го гледам, Митко Гогов не е исклучен. Мют направи му. Е така. Окей, сега е добро. Може сега, супер. Сега unmute направи му на Кио Потру. Unmute.
Ме слушаш сега?
Да, сега да слушам.
Чекай сега, айде да видим аудиото кое е по-добро.
Не, повторно Митко Гогов е уклучен.
Тихо Потро е вклучен. Добре сме сега?
Супер е, да, сега е добро.
Още да се гледам колко съм убав, за да не се плаши.
Окей, Митко, здраво. Можеш да се представиш, да кажеш нещо за себе и потоа ќе ја поканам Сандра да прочита англиската верзија и си прочиташ на македонски.
Само да се најда.
Окей, јас сега сам.
Еве го за Игор. Hello, people. Thank you, Igor, for doing this great poetry evening. We are maybe not a Benetton, but we definitely, actually, you help us to bring all of the colors together. United Colors of Poetry. It's not United Colors of Benetton, but tonight we had this diversity of people. Everybody of you, I'm listening 2 hours and a half, and I really love all of you because I heard so many interesting poets. I hear so many interesting verses, and thank you for giving me the ability to put one drop in this beautiful sea of United Colors of Poetry that we are doing tonight. I will not take a lot of time, so enjoy my poem Wetted Pets. I will read it in Macedonian, and I would really be happy to hear how it sounds from the mouth of your wife, Sandra. And one more time, thank you all for being here. And yes, I know a lot of people that are part of this poetry tonight, and a lot of poets know me. So thank you for the messages. I will bring you all back, and let's keep alive the poetry, because the poetry is something that is very vivid only when it's only when we channelize it in a way. So here we go. Брусни патики. Затоа што нозете по други не знаат да одат. Те барам во сеното како игла, како мразна полјана на леден остров кој се топи, на кој можам да поставам поларна мечка да се чувствува барем уште малку безбедно. Те барам како одраз во огледалото кое ќе ја крие мојата старост, како скриен велосипед на таванот за да ја игнорирам мојата младост. Те барам како ножот на соседот кој ни ги дупчеше топките, како мрежата од кошот и сакот со кој ловевме риба. Те барам по реката која се суши, те барам како скинат конец од Манила, од кинат од фортуната, што одлета во недоглед, за да можеме повторно да си пуштиме нова. Те барам Те барам како тајната симпатија, те барам во лудоста на моето детство, како брусна хартија те барам во времето кога гланцавме пивски капачиња да лизгаат полесно по асфалтот, кога игравме патеки. Те барам. И ти знаеш дека изгубена на патеката бараш нешто и секогаш би си се свртела назад да го изговориш моето име, како аманет и како заборавена сенка на предците, како доказ дека мојот луденс постои, да докажеш всушност дека не постои. Те барам во секој прескок на двир во кој обилази нашата честност и те барам и знам дека нема човек кој нема да ја најде сегашната сегашност и нема неродено дете кое се уште не се вцрвило во нашето неврамено, фамилијарно огледало. Секако ќе не следи 7 години на среќа, ако не и цел живот. Луѓе сме и затоа сме паднати овде.
Браво, Митко. Сега ќе поканам Сандра да прочита својата верзија, англиската верзија на песната. Повели Сандра.
Wetted paths. Since my feet will not walk on anything else, I look for you like a needle in a haystack, like an iced plain on a melting island, in which I could put a polar bear so that it feels a bit safer. I look for you like I was in a mirror reflection hiding my age, like a bicycle hidden in the attic in order to ignore my youth. I look for you like I would the knife of the neighbor who slaughtered our football, or like the net, the fish trap, the sack. We went fishing with along the river hole, dried up. I look for you like for a manila hemp thread torn off the kite that would fly off in the endless blue. We would patiently go and pick it up so that we could try anew. I look for you like I would my secret crush from the days of childhood folly, or like sandpaper to sand off the beer bottle caps so they'd slide down the tarmac when we played a game of paths. And I know you are lost on a path, searching for something, and you'd turn around and speak my name like you would a pledge or the ancestors' forgotten shadow, as proof that my ludens exists to demonstrate there is no pool we haven't leaped over, that hasn't tried to do us harm, and there is no man that has scared off our presence. There is no child unborn wanting to break our unframed family mirror. Of course, 7 years of bad luck will befall on us, if not a lifetime. We are humans. That's why we've fallen here. Thank you.
One more time, thank you all for being part of this. Thank you, Igor.
Yes. И благодарам Митко на учеството, наистина одлична поезија. Now we continue further with next participant. She's coming from Montenegro, presently in Croatia. Her name is Marija Krivokapić. Marija, can you hear me?
I hear you, and
Great.
here I am. Do you see me?
Yep.
Hear me?
Yep.
All right. My name is Marija Krivokapić, and I come from Montenegro, yes. I am a professor of English literature and English culture, and I teach at several universities around, including some other universities. I've decided for this moment to read to you one poem that is written only solely in Montenegrin, and that poem is to stay in Montenegrin. I don't think that it can be translated in any other language because sometimes several words make one word in this poem. It is called Spasi or Save Us. U ime Oca i Sina i Svetoga Duha, spasi od Oca, spasi od Majke, od tebe spasi. U ime Oca, Majko od Oca, spasi od zemlje, krtolu od zemlje, spasi Oca, brata od groba, sestru od zemlje. Duh od zemlje, spasi od Oca, spašavaj od sebe užeglo sunce. Oca, Majku, u ime Oca spasi. Nemoj me više pratiti. I mlijeko joj, i lopatu od Oca joj i Majke. Spasi sestru u ime Oca, stradalni su ispucali u kožu. Spasi kuću od grijeha od tebe. Spasi nokte do mene. U ime Oca vještica zemlju ispod noktiju od tebe spasi. Zemlju u ušima, krov od leleka. Hljeb, kamen u glavu, spašavaj od strica, spasi od sestre, spasi od sestre od strica i od barjeka mu zemlju u porama. U ime Oca neopranu, neispranu, neisperivu, spasi ćerkinu grešnost. U ime Oca ljepljivu zemlju spasi, ljepljivu lozu spasi u ime Oca i nad Ocem spašavaj! Cukaru rakiju spasi, sinovu kurvu, spasi sve od bratove kurve, crkla da Bog da i nju spasi. Spasi sada, spasi ovdje, spasi, tamo spasi kišu od Oca i na Oca. I pod Oca, i pod Majku. Hvala.
Wow, that was really powerful. Great. Can we hear a translation of this, or this is unique?
Yeah, this is unique. I told you I am a teacher of English literature. I translated so many poems in English. Some of my poems cannot be translated in English. I cannot. Maybe someone can. And I'm looking forward to meeting that person. So I just wanted to say this poem is awfully full of bitterness, of Montenegrin confusion, political, religious confusion, which I'm bared on my body in my life. So I lived through that, and that's it. So I don't want it actually to be translated.
Yes, of course. So
awful as it is.
Here's one applause for me.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it was a pleasure. Okay, so we continue with Eva Santini from Croatia. Can you hear me, Eva?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I want to say it's an honor to be invited, like as a baby artist without any published book or whatever. But I'll try to sell myself. I feel better with this hat, my performance hat.
Just before you start, can I ask Maria? Can you mute your microphone, Maria? Maria Krivokapec, can you mute your?
I muted her.
Okay. Okay, Eva. Sorry for interrupt.
It's okay. So, yeah, like I finished like art applied academy. After that, I was traveling because I'm interested in personal development and sustainable living, healthy way of living. And then I became like a fitness instructor, and I consider myself like movement and fun generator. I work with kids, like on kids' birthday parties, and as a fitness instructor here in Rijeka, but I'm connected with this project, like sustainable projects in Brazil and Germany. So I'm really interested in that kind of thing. I also write simple and encouraging music with ukulele and harp, which I'm self-taught, like Celtic harp. And yeah, that's it. And I'm gonna read, I call it like a manifest from Wild Orchid. I don't know how to, like, there's no translation of this, but later I'm gonna read like a short thing in English. And like this thing I'm gonna read in Croatian, it says, it's talk about like sensitivity. It's like this hypersensitivity of like a genetical hypersensitivity of skin and those kind of things, which I have. And yeah, it's just the expression of it. So I'm gonna read it. Neprobojna krhkost. Manifest jedne divlje orhideje. Ispod njene kože živjeli su zvukovi, posebne vrste zvukova. Svaki zvuk ima oblik, a njeni zvukovi su bili bodljikavi. Boli su joj kožu. To ono kada kažu da ne bi bili u njenoj koži. U kupaonici kada dovoljno dugo nepomično ležiš na tim svjetlo smeđim pločicama, one postaju plave, tamno plave, jako tamno plave. I uskoro ih više ne osjećaš, već počneš tonuti. I dok bi se mnogi prepali tog nadasve mrekrebnog događaja, ona voli roniti. Ona jako voli roniti. Ona toliko voli roniti da joj se ono jako tamno plavo uvuklo pod kožu i istopilo bodlje. To tamno plavo grize i lomi kosti, penetrira središnje crte tijela i osvaja krhko srce. Kada bi izašla na površinu tamo negdje blizu brodogradilišta i dotakla dno, vukući sa sobom vel mora, more bi se rasprsnulo, a iz kože bi niknulo lišće. Jedino tako je mogla kročiti zemljanim traslovima. Zašto ta krhkost ne raspadne se zajedno sa svim onim neuslišenim vapajima kože koja počiva nad bodljikavim zvukovima? Zašto ona samo sebe nije iskrhkila i posipala se površinom njenog melema i zauvijek ga ljubila? Zašto iz nje uvijek izrastu grane, zašto je listovi krase i zašto više ne padne? Jer ljubila je tu zemlju i sva njena bosa stopala koja su joj gnječila obraze, pješčane, mokro travaste, blatnjojeve i špicostjenjujuće. I zašto je pričala? Zašto ona mora sebe izraziti? Zašto ona pjeva ritmom svojih bodljikavih zvukova kože? Zašto ona njih masira i maže? Tamo negdje u dubini postoji opuštenost. Opuštenost tako snažna da može nositi najljepše zvukove. Zvukove kojima tijelo nije dom, ali vole njime putovati. Zvukove koje žena ne čuje, jer su oni ona. Čuju ga i srne, i zrakoprostor, i sunce ga čuje. Samo divlje orhideje ostanu vjerne svojim lavicama, kobilama i anakondama. Samo divlje orhideje nakon milja preletelih planina i dolina kroče bijelim čupavim tepihom, bosih nogu, uhaljeni od osušenog blata i ispijaju najrijeđe kineske čajeve na mekanim jastucima, u društvu nikad viđenih životinja, usred divljine jedne prvi puta posjećene džungle. Njeni prsti tope kožu i ostavljaju duboke tragove na duši. Oni prodiru do srca i dok se željezo pretvara u med, ona vadi šarene začine kojima ga posipa. Umače kažiprst kojeg uvuče u sendvič nepca i sredine jezika i postaje kušač još jednog novo ispečenog srca. Volim malo izmisliti riječi, tako da. And now from my book, handwritten book.
Oh, cool.
It's original, it's only one copy of it, sorry. And sustainable. It's not perfect English, but when I travel, I write sometimes in English, so just so I connect with people who don't understand. I'm cleaning the windows inside my head. It happened to me. Yes, you have the power. But who is stronger? Who is winner? I forgive you. I forgive you. Let me show you power of love and how it can survive, because that's life. Love. I can only die if I don't love. Oh yes, I will. I will forgive. Oh yes, I will. I will forgive. I'll use all that destructive energy and I will build. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, great. Thank you, Eva. We appreciate your poems, your poetry, and I wish you as soon as possible to publish your first book, because you have wonderful poetry.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. So we finally are at the very end of this event. I'm the last participant of this poetry reading, and I would like to introduce myself. I'm Igor Krajčev. I'm coming from Veles, Macedonia. I work as a director of the Veles Library, Veles City Library. I'm author of 5 books, 3 poetry books, 2 novels, and I love poetry. I love writing. I love novels. And I'm really happy to be here today with these beautiful people, with these beautiful poets, and I'm looking forward to read you my poetry, my first poem from this last poetry book called simply 21. So I will read the Macedonian version, and I will ask my wife Sandra to read the English version of it. Okay, so the name of the song is Životot je partija šah, or Life is a game of chess. Я играм единствената и најважната партија шах, како борба со непознат противник. Чувствувам дека губам, дека ги жртвувам своите најдобри фигури за да добијам време. Единствено жалам што порано не сватив дека целта не е да се победи. Тоа е невозможно. Важно е да се одложи поразот. Штета што не умееме да летаме. Шаховската табла најдобро се гледа од горе. Thank you. Sandra, it's your turn.
First, I would like to
Okay, so first I would like to introduce myself. My name is Sandra and I'm Igor's wife. I'm an English teacher of, I teach English in a primary school here in our hometown in Veles. I feel great pleasure and honor to participate here with you today. Thank you for the wonderful comments about my reading. I try as much as I can. I'm very interested in learning foreign languages, and I really enjoyed how all your poems sounded like in your native language. I love Portuguese. I love hearing Spanish. I love Italian. I love the German translators. Also, I love all the languages that I heard today. And although some of them I don't understand, it is great. It is very poetic, and I love the sounds and how you pronounce all the wonderful sounds that you try to pronounce in your native language. And it's so wonderful. And when you think about how human our mouth can pronounce so many different sounds in our, it's fascinating how all our bodies function and all our organs function. So it is something that I feel really wonderful about. So this is the first poem that I'm going to read today that I did the translation. Actually, this is my translation. All the poems that I read so far were not my translations, but I tried as much as I could to read them as more beautiful and more touching as you, and so that you could understand them very well. So this is actually mine, and it is published in the Book of Poetry by Igor, and it's called Life is a Game of Chess. I play the unique and the most important game of chess as I fight with unknown opponents. I feel that I lose, that I sacrifice my best pieces to get more time. I only regret that I haven't realized earlier that it's not about winning. It's impossible. What is important is to postpone defeat. Such a shame that we cannot fly. Chess board is best seen from above. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. You make my poetry sound even better than it actually is. So thank you for that. No, we're here to the very end, and I would like to read one more poem from our Macedonian great poet Koča Racine, but this time in English, because we started today's meeting with his poetry, and I would like to finish it with one. So I would read the poetry called the poem called Lenka, but this time in English language. Lenka. Since Lenka left, a blouse of fine linen, unfinished at her loom, to go to her clocks to sort tobacco in the factory, her face has changed, her eyebrows fallen, her lips tight drawn. Lenka was not born for that accursed tobacco, tobacco gilded poison for her breast pink garlands. The first year passed, a load lay on her heart. The second year went by, sickness tore her breast. The third year, the earth covered Lenka's body. At night, when the moon wraps her grave in silk, the breeze above her sadly barfed sorrow. Why was it left unwoven, that blouse? The blouse was for your dowry. Thank you. And one more surprise for all of you. I would like to call Mamta Sagar again from India. She's here with us again to read one of her poems, because it's translated in actually Macedonian. So I'd like to hear how actually Indian language, especially her own dialect, sounds in Macedonian. So if you don't mind, I ask you all to hear her again.
Thank you, Igor, and I thoroughly enjoyed each and everybody's poem, which was read beautifully. And Sandra, you were so lovely. You know, you really communicated, and I just loved everyone. And Mitko, after a long time, we have been bumping around here and there in England last time, and it was wonderful. And each and everyone read it so well, so well. And thanks for having me here. I thoroughly enjoyed. This is a tiny little poem. I was also there in Struga some time ago. You know, in 2015, I was in Macedonia, and yeah, my poems are translated into Macedonian and into Serbian and into Armenian and many other languages. So now I would like to read this, and Igor will tell you who has translated the poem. My language is called Kannada. ನದಿಯೊಳಗೆ ನದಿಯೊಳಗೆ ಆಕಾಶ ಮೋಡ ತಣ್ಣಗಿನ ಸೂರ್ಯ ನನ್ನ ಬೊಗಸೆಯಲ್ಲೊಂದು ನದಿ ಮೇಲೆರಚಿದರೆ ಹನಿ ಹನಿಯಾಗಿ ಚೆಲ್ಲುವುದು ಮೈಮೇಲೆ ನದಿ ಆಕಾಶ ಮೋಡ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಬೊಗಸೆ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿದರೆ ಬೊಗಸೆ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿದರೆ ಕುಡಿದಂತೆ ನದಿ ಆಕಾಶ ಮೋಡ ಸೂರ್ಯರನ್ನ ಅಡಕ ಯಾರು ಯಾರೊಳಗೆ. Thank you.
Thank you, Mamta. I have the Macedonian translation. Macedonian version is made by Maria Petrovska, and the song is Pesna za rekata, poem about the river. Pesna za rekata. Во реката се небото, облакот и сонцето. Во длапката на моите раце е реката. Ако ја исфрлам од рацете, реката се истура во капки. Ги распрснува небото, облакот и сонцето насекаде околу. Ако пием од реката што е во длапката на моите раце, тогаш се во мене. Сонцето, облакот и небото. Кажи ми, кој е во кого? Wonderful.
Would you like me to read the English translation?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, a river poem. Inside the river are the sky, the cloud, and the cold sun. Cupped in my hands, the river. If I throw up my hands, the river spills in drops, scattering sky, cloud, and sun all over me. If I drink the river from my hands, then within me are the sun, the cloud, and the sky. Tell me, who is in whom? Thank you.
Excellent. So yes, this is the very end of today's meeting. This is the end of the official part. So that doesn't mean that we have to go home and shut down this meeting. Yeah, we can stay here and chat a little bit more if you like. And thank you. I would like to thank you all for participating this meeting. I'm really really honored to be here with you, with all of you today, because I heard excellent, great poetry. And while I'm hearing this, I've realized with whom actually I'm in company today. And I realized that I'm with world-class poets. So I feel like a tiny, small person.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Really.
Don't be silly.
No. Yeah.
We're all in this together, you know.
Yes,
And
of
you
course.
brought us together.
Yeah.
Yes, of
And
course,
how
Yes,
how
thank you.
will we stay together? That's the question for me.
I
How are we
think
gonna
Igor should share our emails or connect us somehow. That
Yeah,
would
yeah,
be
yeah.
lovely.
Exactly.
I would love to. Yeah, I would love to get connected with all of you.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Really had a good time.
Yes, that's excellent idea. Actually, I will make a group of this, and
Yes.
we can do this sometimes. Yeah, in the future. Maybe
Yeah.
not.
Good idea.
Yes.
Hopefully we can meet in a person and this corona end as soon as possible, you know. But
Yeah, we'll have to be online.
We can
But
To
Igor,
Italy, come to Piacenza.
yes, Igor, you make a great list of poets, and I'm very lucky to meet some of the people that I first time meet, and definitely let's make a festival together to to celebrate the poetry, you know.
Actually, this is a great team for a poetry festival. At least the first online poetry festival. Yeah.
Yes. The very first.
Actually, the idea is by Croatian Literary Society Association by Valerio Orlic. They are making this kind of festival every week, every Saturday. Prozorec u svijetu, window into the world. And actually that gave me the idea to gather the people that I know, and that's how we gather here today. But I would
Igor,
like
it's
to...
corona idea. I'm every night online, so everybody's online every night, everywhere.
Oh, yes.
I just changed the place of the room, but believe me, every night is a poetry festival.
Oh, great. That's
Anyhow,
actually great. That's actually
Good
great.
job,
Absolutely.
Igor. Sorry.
Good job.
But I don't think that we have any coronavirus here. So
No.
Igor.
There is no coronavirus here.
No, we don't have.
we're just joking.
Mi smo se cijepili sa poezijom. To je dobra preporuka.
Je li mogu ja odsvirati jednu talijansku pjesmu za kraj? Ne
Može,
svoju,
može.
nego-
Može, super, super.
Jel može?
Može, da.
Može.
Slobodno.
Stvarno?
Da, Josipe. Izvoli.
Ajde, brate, odsviraj.
Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao, Sandrina.
Ciao, Tom.
Let's go.
Bella che così fiera fai, cogli la primavera, cogli la primavera, cogli la primavera. Bella che così fiera fai, non aspettare mai, cogli la primavera, cogli la primavera, cogli la primavera. Danza la vita tua, al ritmo del tempo che va, vivi la tua allegria, cogli la primavera.
Băi, nu m-am deconectat.
La che così fiera va, non diventire mai, cogli la primavera, cogli la primavera, cogli la primavera. Stringilo forte a te, amico che ti sorride, la fortuna chi se ne va, cogli la primavera. Bella che così fiera, mai, non diventire mai, cogli la primavera, cogli la primavera, cogli la primavera. Stringilo forte a te, l'amico che ti sorride, la fortuna chi se ne va, cogli la primavera.
Hvala!
Ciao, bravo!
Bravo.
Oh, legendo!
Bravo.
Yeah.
Ja sam inače prevodila zvanični za Franja.
Da, ja sam Tonton, ja nemam pojma.
On je Ton.
Super, super.
Ćao, Čurice, čao,
Okay.
dečake.
Ciao svima.
Ciao,
Okay,
pozdrav
bye to everybody.
svima.
Wait for a second,
Thank you.
Mama.
Okay,
Stay
keep your
well.
head.
Be happy. I'm already stepping to
Mamta.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I would like to ask you something. Yeah. If we don't disturb the others. Bye bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, ciao.
Bye.
Mamta, you said that you have
Buonanotte,
your
la
poems
conosco.
translated into Armenian, right?
Yes.
Oh, could you tell me who is the translator and
I will just